Welcome back to the Best Dominion Cards, the 2013 edition. This is the second part, the lower half of the cards costing 1 or 2 coins. Rank 20, Secret Chamber from the expansion Intrigue. Secret Chamber is the worst card costing 2 again. Nearly the half of our lists ranked it in the last place, but it lost consensus over 2.4 percentage points worse than last time. This resulted in it being 1.8 percentage points better than last time. The action part seems not so bad. You can discard cards for money, and in decks with many victory cards or curses it's guaranteed 4 coins. But first, what do you want to buy with 4 coins? As an opener it's bad because mostly you want to get 5 coins, and later in the game you need 5 coins too to get at least a duchy. So basically it's a very bad vault, and you better buy a silver. But there are rare cases, especially you can use it when you need virtual money, like in tactician turns, or you draw your whole deck with scrying pools, discard all action cards with Secret Chamber for money, just to draw the action cards again, or when you want to buy grand markets. Its reaction part is really bad. It has nearly no effect against the best attacks, curses and hand size reducers. But you can use it against cards that mess up the top of your deck or trash cards from your deck like Swindler, Pirate Ship or the new Knights. But most of them, like Thief for example, are already bad. Why buy a reaction card against Thief? Yes, it's nice against Minion, but that's about it. Rank 19, Duchess, Hinterlands. Duchess is second last, the same rank as last year. About 4th rated at last. Similar to Secret Chamber, it lost a little bit of consensus, but still has the 3rd least deviation, but has a better rating than last year. It's a terminal silver with a spy effect that has even a benefit for your opponents. Yes, it's even so bad that it needs a clause to get it for free when you buy a duchy. And mostly that are the only cases you want a duchess. Rarely you want to spend 2 coins to buy one. Once in a while you want it for free, especially when you are trying to make a green card rush with Duke or Silk Road and want to maintain the buying power and emptying the 3rd pile as fast as possible. Getting it for free is probably the only reason that it isn't ranked last. That means a Duchess for free is even better than a Secret Chamber for 2 coins. Rank 18, Pearl Diver from Seaside. Pearl Diver lost a lot of percentage points, but is still 3rd last. It was voted last 10 times and even gained consensus. Pearl Diver mostly don't hurt in your deck as it is a cantrip. So if you got 2 coins early and you don't want to buy an estate, you can buy a Pearl Diver. Buying too much Duchesses or Secret Chambers hurt much more than too many Pearl Divers. But the benefit of Pearl Diver is lower than those cards. Its only use is to minimize draw luck a little bit and to let cards shine which interact with the top card of your deck. Native Village, for example. Since Cornucopia, it might got a little boost as it can add more diversity into your deck, and cards like Menagerie, Fairgrounds and Horn of Plenty can profit from it. It can also be essential for Conspirator Chain, but Pearl Diver never really shines. It only hurts less. Rank 17, Herbalist from Alchemy. After the last 3 cards, there's now the first bigger gap in this list. Herbalist is clearly better than the last 3 cards. So it's 4th last, same as last time. It has 2 above average votes and 3 last places. Herbalist is a terminal copper. How bad is that? So, mostly it hurts. But scheming your treasures is really nice. In the beginning you can use your newly bought gold or even platinum twice if you have the luck to draw it with your Herbalist. And even putting back a silver is not so bad in the beginning. But especially if you're going for potion, because of that it's part of the alchemy set, you can use it twice early on. The most important combo might be Alchemist and Herbalist. And, mostly forgotten, it's one of the free 2-cost cards that gives the important plus buy, and it's the only one which gives the plus buy without taking a disadvantage, either via discarding one card or forfeiting an option. The plus buy and putting back treasure cards makes Herbalist and Philosopher's Stone a very powerful combo. But otherwise, this card is mostly not worth buying. Rank 16 Mode from the base set. Mode has the 4th highest deviation, mainly because it has 7 above average votes, but on the other hand 2 last places. The last year it was 5th last too. Mode is very situational. It highly depends on the cards on the board and, more important, on the number of players. If there's mountebank in a supply and you're playing a 4-player game, Mode is generally a must-buy. It can prevent getting free coppers and free curses in one turn. But if you're playing a 2-player game, buying Mode is mostly superfluous. Buying a treasure more against curses or library, watchtower, or menagerie against hand size reducing attacks is mostly the better alternative. Even worse, if there's no attack on the board, plus 2 cards with no other benefit is so weak, because that means a raw benefit of plus 1 card. Maybe only if you're going for big money with bad other cards and you're getting unlucky and hit 2 coins early, this might be worth considering. As most players play 2-player games here on the forums, it got that many last places. Rank 15, Vagrant from Dark Ages. Yeah, here's the first new Dark Ages card. It's Vagrant. It has only one big outlier and only 3 votes above average, so most agree that it's in general not so really good 2-cost card. Vagrant is the new Scout. It has the advantage over Scout that it is at least a cantrip, so it never hurts as long as you don't draw a dead. Also, it can put shelters, ruins and curses in hand, while Scout can't. But, on the other hand, it's at best only a laboratory, where one of the 2 cards is dead anyway. You basically just have a chance to make your next hand better. So in essence, it's similar to Pearl Diver. A nice card for engines if you have spare buys, which will occasionally help you, but is never a real powerhouse. It can only shine in heavy curse or runes games, where you have a lot of 2-coin hands anyway, and in situations where you want those cards in hand, especially dual-type victory cards like Great Hall, Nobles, and Harem. It could also work as a defense against Ghost Ship. Rank 14, Beggar from Dark Ages 2. Now we make the next bigger gap of over 8 percentage points, and thus already the next Dark Ages card. It has the highest deviation in this list, as it got 10 above average votes. It was even voted on 3rd once. As gaining coppers is generally bad, this card is very situational, as the high deviation suggests. Beggar Gardens is the new power combo. With Beggar you can green very early and are still likely to hit 4 coins and get 4 cards in a turn with Beggar in hand. As copper is no bad card for alternative victory cards in general, it works as also decent with Silk Road, Duke and Feudum, if your opponent is going to attack you a lot. Beggar also helps you to get to 5 coins, and then Counting House might be a decent option to buy, especially in slogs. It even helps you to get to 6 coins or 7 coins, but all of the expensive cards but from all the expensive cards, Bank might be the only one worth it, as Beggar plus Bank gives you already 7 coins guaranteed. It might also work well in decks that like coppers, like Philosopher's Stone and Apothecary. But in general, the free coppers really slow you down and are a big disadvantage. But near the end, a terminal gold isn't that bad. The reaction part is not so strong in general and depends on the attack card. It's great against pillage, and it's also nice against Jester, Swindler, Saboteur or Knights, as they don't want to hit silver. Rank 13, Seller from the base set. Ignoring the new Dark Ages cards, it's also on the same rank as last year. It has a little higher value and is the first card which didn't get voted last. And it was voted 10 times above average. There are many cards that take profit from bad cards like State or Curses. Secret Chamber fails, as mentioned earlier, by just getting 1 coin per card. Seller let you discard them and you get your good cards in hand. Of course, Warehouse is better in most cases, as you let you draw cards before discarding, but Seller can even discard more than 3 cards if you wish. If you want to compare Seller with another 2-cost card, Crossroads comes into your mind. Crossroads also lets you draw more cards for useless cards, but it is limited to green cards, so you get no benefit for curses and coppers. But you don't have to discard them, and it gives you free action the first time. So it highly depends which card is better. In cursing games, Seller's great, and of course with Tunnel. The problem is often the opportunity cost. When do you want to spend your money on a 2-cost mediocre card? Rank 12, Poorhouse from Dark Ages. This is the only card costing 1 coin, and it's even that high in this list. It follows Seller after a big 9 percentage points gap. It was also not voted last and only voted second last once. As it being new and highly board dependent, it has the 3rd highest deviation in this list. Poorhouse is the new shiny 1-coin card that lets you look different at remake and upgrade, as you can't trash coppers without having to gain a card anymore when Poorhouse is on the board. Poorhouse looks really complicated, but it is similar to Secret Chamber in that manner that it guarantees 4 coins in a 5-card hand. But it's only useful in treasureless decks, when it is a terminal 4. A hand of 2 Poorhouses and a Hamlet, for example, basically guarantees a province. So it loves engines with virtual coins, and of course it loves plus buy, as you can pick up multiple Poorhouses in 1 turn. Mint and Poorhouse might be also a really good opening. But in big money decks or draw engines without trashing, Poorhouse is horrible. It's also interesting that a 2-card hand of King's Court and Poorhouse even guarantees a colony. And rank number 11, Embargo from Seaside. Embargo is also on the same rank as before, ignoring Dark Ages cards, but it has gained points in consensus. Also is the first card with no rank below 10%. First, it's a terminal silver. Basically, that's bad. But it's a one-shot, so if you get unlucky and hit 2 coins early, you can buy it without much thinking, as it only interferes once. But Embargo can be a game changer, especially if you and your opponent are taking different strategies. And it really shines if your opponent buys a potion and you decide not to go for potion. Just Embargo the potion cost card and you are turns ahead. And especially you can shut down strategies that want a lot of a single card, like Hunting Party, Alchemist or alternative victory cards. So it's nearly never bad, but only shines situation-wise. So those were the first 10 of the 20 cards that cost 1 or 2. Thanks for watching. Please comment here on the YouTube or in the forums, and see you soon to the upper 10 cards from this list. Till next time, bye.